our body tech to put the hood back on. We gotta get ready for the camera.
The STO is in for a little bit of maintenance. Probably a lot more than just maintenance because the entire radiator blew up. Carefully, the car is still leaking coolant. The suspected damage is gonna be right at the bottom. Now, if you guys can see, that's exactly where the puncture happened. So we're gonna take you step by step on the process. I'm gonna hand this over to Pete. He's a professional at this. He's been doing this for years. And I think it's great information. I think that you guys are gonna learn a lot about this.
Put collision wrap on it just to protect the paint from any damages from surface scratches going on that blanket or just us removing it, fingerprints, tools, belts, anything of that sort. So for first disassembly to remove the hood, what we're gonna do is we have to take any electrical components out. So in this case, it's the parking, well actually no, not parking sensors, the light and the harness that runs behind, and then the hinges, and then the electrical wire harness that goes through it.
The very bottom of the car, you're gonna have a T25 corkscrew, and there's gonna be 2 of them. Once you have the hinges unbolted and the 2 torque screws from the bottom, your Cafingo should come right out. Front end of the Huracan is now exposed. Now we can actually assess the damage, and as you guys can tell, that was a pretty big rock that went through the radiator.
The little shaky test.
They do come with these little guards, but it's plastic, so that's why it was able to go straight through it and puncture the radiator. So along the entire bottom are going to be a whole bunch of T30s that you're going to have to take off. There should be quite a bit of bolts, so there should be 32 bolts. You're going to pop this tab off, do the same thing on this side. You're going to have additional bolts right there, and once you get them all off, it should be able to come off pretty easily.
These 2 bolts down here.
Okay.
And it holds this mount right here.
10mm down at the bottom. You're going to do the same thing on each side. Taking off the plastic trim, and I'm assuming there are these bolts right here, right?
Right here and 3 on the bottom. T20 down here as well.
You're gonna have these little clips that you'll just have to pull off. So you have these that come off on each side, just like that. This part comes right off. Now you have the exposed radiator.
He's getting clamps now. We're gonna remove both hoses, clamp them off so we don't have a mess everywhere. After that, we're gonna have to remove these brackets right here and the coolers, and these as well. These should be 13s here, and the top brackets, I believe, don't quote me, are going to be 13s as well. Once we remove the supports and the hoses are gone, the cooler should come right down. Yes, butter. Butter, baby.
The beauty of it is that the coolant was left all over the floor, so...
I mopped it all up.
There we go.
So next, we're going to take off these mounts right here. And I already broke them loose by hand. I'm going to take them off with the ratchet now. Three on the bottom mount, 1 on the top.
So this one you break by hand, and then you hit it with the gun.
Remove the bracket. Your preference.
And there goes the radiator. So what do we got? What's the damage on this?
Right there, punctured.
Do we have to remove anything from this and apply and put it on the other part, the new part?
R&I your air shroud. You're gonna have to R&I this lower shroud. There's no cooler.
Your Lamborghini STO should look like this once the radiator is off.
2 torques on each side. Take it off this, put onto the new cooler, and back up she goes.
Now we just gotta swap over the plastic guard, place it in front of this, and we're all good to go. There she is. Once you have your front radiator on, now it's time to pressurize the system.
Depressurizing the system to remove all air. First we vacuum and then we add the coolant. We're gonna leave it there for a couple of minutes. suck out every single air pocket the coolant system has. Guys, look at this hose right here. You see how it's sucked in?
Yep.
That's the pressurizer vacuuming all the air out of the system, so that way we have a nice tight vacuum. Then we turn the vacuum off, we make sure it maintains pressure to confirm we don't have any leaks. If it maintains pressure, what we'll do is we'll put our suction line into coolant and fill the system up with coolant. And that way we won't have any air pockets, and no air pockets mean no overheating. We do have to prime the line so that we're not sucking a bunch of air. Right now we're in vacuum and we watched it for a few minutes and we have not increased any pressure, so that means we have no leak. So what we're gonna do now is feed it coolant, baby. There the coolant goes. So we have fresh coolant going in and absolutely no air in the system until we have this level stops, the system's full, and then start and let it get to operating temperature. Go from there. After we take this off, we'll top off, let her get to operating temp, check coolant, and should be good to go. The vacuum is actually compensating, instead of air, it's compensating with actual coolant. This is the end of the second, we're filling up to the third. Most people would argue we should be using a bigger tank. I agree, but this is what we're using today. I've stopped flowing. We don't have any more flow, so we're gonna go ahead and cut the flow. Disconnect the air and check what we got. Okay, we're gonna top her off just a little bit.
You could now close it up. Car's going back up in the air just to make sure that there are in fact no leaks. Now the system was fully pressurized and it wasn't losing any PSI, but we still want to be sure, we still want to treat this with, you know, the utmost respect and make sure that everything is good. So I know that it's going to be fine, but let's just make sure.
So the system's fully pressurized, it's full. Look at the hoses now. We have no more vacuum, they're nice and full. We just have to wait for her to get to operating temp and go from there. We're gonna get our body tech to put the hood back on. We gotta get ready for the camera.
The car's been running for a few minutes now and there are no signs of any leaking. There's no codes on the dash, and that's very, very important. You want to make sure that each side is not hitting the headlight and is actually clipping on correctly, especially here on your Cafango. So now we're just putting on the under tray and everything is secured. They aligned all the bolts perfectly. The car's been running for about 20 to 30 minutes and no leaks, no overheating. Yep. Now show us that hat.
Which one?
That one right there.
All right guys, we're at the end of the repair process. We replaced the radiator, put the lights back on, put the hood back on. She has coolant, she's been bled. Right now she's operating at operating temperature, which is at 190 to 220. If Diego's driving, it's probably 230. But right now she's sitting at 194. Diego's gonna take it for a couple pulls. We're gonna make sure the lines pop out, no leaks, and the operating temperature stays where it needs to be, and she's good to go.
So at this point, what we're going to do is we're gonna call Lamborghini. We want to compare how much the bill would be with them, all in all, versus doing it with a local reputable shop that'll get you the parts at a cheaper price, get you the labor at a cheaper cost, but do great work on the same token. I think that there's a misconception when it comes to owning these cars where everything costs a tremendous amount of money, and I don't think that that's the case. Let me start off by giving you the VIN.
What year is the car?
It's a 2023 STO.
The price for the radiator installation. Install, remove the bumper and all that. $71.50 plus tax.
$71.50 plus tax, so that'd be approximately like 76.
7% taxes. Yeah, about $7,600.
Alrighty, God bless you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, there you have it, guys. So $7,600 for a replacement of a radiator on a Huracan STO. Now we're gonna see how much it comes out to at a normal mechanic where they do very good work at a low cost. Make sure you look them up on Instagram, New Level Auto. We're gonna go for a little bit of a test drive now and see how things are. So the car's up and running. All temps are normal. but we need to put the car under a little bit of load just to make sure that it's fine. The car is running great. We did a couple pulls just to make sure, but the car is running actually better than before. Maybe that's what it needed, but listen, shout out to Pete at New Level Auto here in Miramar, Florida. They do amazing work. Now, I'm gonna show you guys the difference between having a shop that's reputable, does really good work, Lamborghini, and they quoted us $7,600 for this job. Now, Pete is a really good friend of mine, and you know, he's doing me a solid, but he charged me $1,750. Now, that's a huge difference. Now, granted, I did buy the part on my own. I purchased it from Audi, and the part alone cost me about 550 bucks. It was a lot of labor that Pete put into this, and very good work. I saved 70%, and Lamborghini was gonna charge me an arm and a leg, and you know, Lamborghini is Lamborghini. Lamborghini does have to pay their staff, they do have to pay commissions, they do have to pay their own parts and all that stuff. But guys, do your research with any car and you'll be able to save a buck. So that's all guys, until next time, bye bye.